Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to go so much freaking higher. If you were unsure about it before, let me tell you, there is no second best. But anyway, if you had to name a couple crypto exchanges, because why am I saying this? Which would be the ones you'd name? Probably Binance, maybe Coinbase, and screw the rest. You know, the CEO of Coinbase just had some very interesting words to say. This is very juicy. Take a look at this. But actually, before I do, something really massive just happened that Trump announced. He basically pardoned the founder of Silk Road, the most infamous crypto dark web platform, who's been in jail for 12 years, something like that. And the reason this is so important and that this pardon by Trump from today matters so much is because of what I'm about to show you and the connections to crypto that were made by this pardon. So things right now have leveled up significantly. They're looking really, really good, but take a look at this video before concluding anything else. But right now, I'm super excited. Make sure you press that like button.
Well, you've had the great opportunity of meeting twice with President Trump. You met him before the election, you met him after. How serious is he about a strategic Bitcoin reserve?
Well, I didn't talk to him about that specifically, but I think he is excited about it. I mean, he really wants to be the first Bitcoin president. 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗏 in the Senate is actually, I think, the one driving this legislation around a strategic Bitcoin reserve, and I think it's a good idea. The U.S. actually has reserves in lots of things: gold, oil, I think like 27 different rare minerals like palladium and all these things. And so, you know, I think the world is moving to a Bitcoin standard for money. They absolutely should hold. Any government who holds gold should also hold Bitcoin as reserve.
I'm sure we could do a
So if you can read through the lines, he just quickly states, and I love that for being open and honest, saying, hey, I didn't actually talk to Trump about that specific part, but I think he's excited about it. He really wants to be the first Bitcoin president, and it basically states that 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗏 is actively trying to push this, actually, this whole narrative and this legislation about a strategic reserve. Obviously, we got to take out a little bit of bias from this, greatly affecting Coinbase to a beautiful point where obviously if this were to happen, it'll be amazing for them. But also it just puts into perspective that many people thought, hey, Trump did not sign anything on day one. We're screwed. We're done. We're over with. But in reality, I kind of think like the CEO of Binance also just stated earlier, everyone expects everything to happen in one day, but good things take time. That was point number one. And point number two, that a new era has begun. You know, a whole era begins right now with Trump at the helm. I think a lot of people are underestimating, I gotta like those real quick, just how crazy it is to have a president who is so excited about the crypto space that he launched a freaking meme coin. I fail to understand how people are overlooking this. And if you're unsure about my statements just now and why I said it with full-on confidence and why I was so excited about it, it's not because, hey, Trump has forgot about us and 𝗕𝗓𝗪𝗏, and we're not sure if Cynthia is gonna no. Sit your ass down, listen, all right? Respectfully. Senator 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗏 just retweeted something, right? What did she retweet? Well, if we take a look, Bitcoin Magazine just posted, Senator 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗏 discussed creating a strategic Bitcoin reserve with Eric Trump at the Capitol yesterday. Bloomberg's Stephen Dennis. And she retweeted that. And who is Eric Trump? Well, we all know that he's been bull posting the living crap out of crypto for a while now, all right? He's been talking about what World Liberty Fi has been doing, and they bought some wrapped Bitcoin, they bought some ETH, they bought $100 million for the crypto just yesterday, sharing a picture with Michael Saylor. I don't know what you guys need to, what I need to say, which words that could come out of my mouth to make people understand what's going on right now in the background and why I have too much confidence in this space right now. Now, I'm too freaking excited for what's about to happen to crypto. And why right now, I'm more certain than ever before in my life that this is the right place to be and that we are incredibly fortunate, incredibly lucky to be in the position where we're still quite early. I mean, at that point, I might say that we're not as early anymore as we once were. Right? Maybe we're not in the early stages because right now crypto prices are going up significantly. XRP is above $3, for example. Bitcoin is above 100,000. I mean, it's actually quite high if you look at it from that angle. But on the opposite side, we're still early because if you just now noticed how many people Trump brought in, most of those people really are coming in now. And you watching were most likely in just before that. If you kind of add one and one together, you were earlier before already a few million people that just joined because of Trump, but most likely the moment that real countries start adapting it and really start hoarding it, you're basically here before the moment that that happens, before countries really start acknowledging it. And just to put it into perspective, if you are unsure of how locked in Eric is right now, again, just understand that these guys know how to make money, all right? But he just said, in my opinion, there's never been a better time to invest in the United States. Bet on our markets, on energy, on technology, and on crypto. Bet on the greatest nation on earth, a nation that has been freed from its constraints and shackles and now has limitless potential. No question Biden left a mess, but that mess will be corrected, and the next 4 years are going to be spectacular. Transformational wealth will be created, and I hope everybody enjoys the ride. Well, I kind of ignored everything after you said this crypto part, because I just know how crazy it's probably going to be in the US. Now, when it comes to our coins, what are we excited about? This week, a lot of AI coins have fallen, but most likely they'll have a good rebound rather soon. Right now, there's also another section here that's made in the US, with XRP being the biggest coin, and basically here, people are stating that, you know what, since Trump is basically looking really positively towards coins made in the US, this is the next most important list to watch out for. I personally feel as if, on a completely different side note, for the most part, still, people are overlooking as well that AI is going to be the most popular sector in crypto, even though right now, like this minute, we're not seeing it, or maybe not yet seeing it. It will still come. As throughout news and throughout stocks, I'd say this is going to be the hottest moving sector, I think, at least over the next few months. And now, having said that, AI tokens are just extremely hot all around. And one of the tokens you've probably seen me talk about for a long time now, and still almost every single day, is a coin I think could do really well this season. It's SHARP AI. Now, I've been with these guys from the start, and as it currently stands, they just hit a new all-time high. They're up, I think, like a 5x or so from the bottom, so doing pretty amazing. But I still kind of feel as if the real run hasn't really even hit for them just quite yet, as they're in the right narrative, but still relatively quite small at $10 million worth of market cap. I mean, I wouldn't be too surprised if at the end of the season, it's actually trading at multiple dollars. Obviously, it just depends a bit on really what the main mover is going to be this season. I still expect one of them to be AI though. And this has some of the same investors as one of the biggest AI coins, 𝗬. And this is all stuff I talked about when it launched as well, which obviously was a while back, but the fundamentals really haven't changed too much. Matter of fact, I'd say it's mostly just gotten better. And especially as they right now are pivoting themselves towards this, becoming the center of these AI agents, and AI agents are just so extremely hot right now, I think they're in a pretty good spot. Again, I don't know where it's going to be at tomorrow, but I personally think if we look back on this in another few months or so, I think it will be up a ton, because I think right now at 10 mil, it's pretty low. I think it deserves at least 60 at the current state of things, but it could go way higher. Anyway, let's move on. And on that note, I've also been thinking for a while right here, this is also going to be the year of crypto ETFs, right? Even right now on the Solana ETF, there on Polymarket has been some speculation. And right now, the chance of a Solana ETF this year is stated at 93% for Sol. I personally think with the new SEC, the XRP and Solana ETFs are all basically guaranteed. I can't say that, but I basically think so, because what is keeping them back? The only side that's keeping them back is demand, not supply. Ripple's ready to move. Solana's ready to move. But BlackRock said earlier, hey, what is the demand really for? And I get that truly. But if U.S. coins are going to be getting themselves a boost because of Trump, most likely they will. It does make sense for there to be more demand. Also from the angle that if banks, if major financial institutions are not this harshly treated anymore when it comes to regulation, again, it also makes sense for them to look at other options except for Bitcoin, etc. And maybe one of the first things they'll also do is make these bundled top 10 ETFs of sorts, where they're going to go look at the top list, grab a few of the biggest coins so people can speculate and invest in the crypto market. Maybe even including Doge could be really, really crazy. But let's just say the top 10, which are mostly connected with the US and Bitcoin ETH. But it's funny, I didn't show you. There we go. But it's kind of funny. Even the World Liberty Fi keeps doubling down on Tron. I just got a notification that they've bought even more Tron. And it makes you realize that you really do not know what the next hottest thing is going to be, or what, I guess, from the regulatory side they're going to focus on, or what they're going to boost, or what they're going to make easier. All I know is the craziest space. No, I should say, actually, we right now are in the craziest space at the craziest time for the most part, just before it gets really crazy. I must say that Trump launching a meme coin was the craziest event I've seen in crypto ever, surely. But I still would say that this is not the craziest time to come. I think some announcements are going to be made rather shortly here that will completely shake everything up, and all the parts we knew about crypto will most likely be thrown on the top of their heads over just the next few months. Because again, once countries start really adapting it, and that could be as quick as a few weeks when they start making announcements, is going to be a very quick tumble of sorts. And then I keep thinking, man, these coins that we love, that we see right now, they're so low still, which is why I'm not selling a single dollar worth of any of them. I think we're going to go at least 10x, and then we're going to go 100x from here. I really sincerely believe 1000x could be possible for many of the coins that we know and love. I still personally think that it's basically free right now. You're getting the chance to get yourself into a new entire financial sector that's going to just grow massive. We're basically seeing the .com situation. And so we're basically investing into Google, Amazon, all those at ridiculously cheap prices relatively, because they're going to grow so much bigger than the whole stock market's ever been. But like I said, 100x for most of these coins, I don't think is really that odd. It might take years, right? It might take 25 years, for example, but I think we're getting there. And that's why every single day I count myself lucky. Every single day I look at this space and think, damn, we got a good freaking strike to find these coins so early. And even though I do sometimes, right, take some profit from these trades, mostly just to have more dollars to buy the dip, or I guess just because you got to separate these things in case of massive crashes throughout the short term. I know we're headed long term, and why everybody asks me, hey, what are you doing to cash out to? What are your plans afterwards? I say, what do you mean afterwards? For a bear market? Because a bear market just lasts, what, 1 year where things go down. I can buy back in harder with some of the coins I might have sold before. But generally speaking, all I care about is getting myself more coins. The wealth part on the end. Ultimately, I think if you really are a crypto fan, you realize that you only need coins because you can use it again kind of as collateral, for example. So you don't actually have to ever get rid of coins. Deeper, maybe not something you're interested in. I'm just saying I personally will never really have to sell coins. I could do it though, just to secure profits, which is why I, for the most part, always have these trades open. Again, they make things a lot simpler because these you open with dollars and you cash out dollars. Right now, for example, we opened a $250,000 XRP position. We are on roughly $33,000 for the profit or so. And again, we put dollars in, we get dollars out, which makes it way easier than buying coins, etc. Mentally, that is. But then again, that also allows me to just hold my XRP stash on the side. And here, I do not think of how many coins can it buy me. I just care about how many dollars is it making me, which is different than my spot holdings. But again, if you're also looking to trade, I've got a link down below to BLOFIN and WeX. These are platforms you can use from anywhere in the world. If it's not working for you, maybe try a VPN. But yeah, that's about it for this little crypto update. Crazy things are happening. It's basically confirmed by Trump. Not Donald Trump, but Eric Trump as an example. But also the Coinbase CEO. You get it. Read between the freaking lines, all right? Anyway, that's about it for right now. Put the notification bell on, by the way, because in case something crazy happens, you want to be notified.